How
Hi.
you
Hey
doing,
guys,
gentlemen?
what's going on? How's it going? Welcome to the stream.
It's going very well. I missed you, boys. I missed you, boys. It's
Yeah,
great to talk to you.
yeah, absolutely. We miss you too, and you weren't at Breakpoint. Was
Um, you know,
Rodion
uh,
at Breakpoint?
yeah, flying 15, 16 hours to Middle East from San Francisco, was not in my plans, to be honest.
Yeah, but I
And
saw Meta
now,
Profit. I don't know if Profit that was actually him because I heard a
oh
rumor that it
yeah,
was like
yeah,
his co-founder.
it's
But
actually, both of them were there,
he
actually.
was
But
putting the mask on and everything. I'm like, man, this guy is legit.
well, they're stronger man than I am because sitting for 16 hours on a plane like a tool, I was like, oh, I'd rather not. I'd rather not.
No,
So,
I hear you. I was the guy that went, but it was good. I enjoyed it, but I will say I'm exhausted, like
mhm.
beyond exhaustion. That was like one of the hardest things I
Well,
ever did.
one of the main reasons why we decided to go is because we shipped a couple of important products. Last time we talked, we were kind of teasing out our Telegram-based transactions. We shipped a mini app with Telegram. And it was very important for me to have at least two co-founders, boots on the ground on Breakpoint, because outside of the context, it was so important to see the way people react to your application, to see the questions and the issues that arise. Because I think you kind of were touching upon that topic about the change in the meme coin meta, and I think that it can be a very good topic in the conversation in the context of loyal and in general crypto. um, the meta is shifting, and I think crypto becomes more of a serious industry. And it's not enough to just ship an app. You need to ensure that there is traction. You need to ensure that it's smooth, that it can compete with Web2 apps. And that is why it was so important for me to send Rodion and my other co-founder to Breakpoint to see any issues that people might not highlight remotely. For example, if here's an example. We built the transactions over Telegram, and I sent it to 10 people, and they had no issues claiming the transaction. It was very smooth. But surprisingly, when Rodion was showing the transactions in person, the thing that we noticed is that the user experience is not as smooth. Sometimes it was not as apparent the things that users need to do to claim the transactions. So that led us to simplifying the user flow, ensuring that you can, for example, if transaction comes in, you don't have to claim it manually. We just auto claim it for you, just simplifying to the point that you need to press one button and the money is there. And those small things, it's impossible, nearly impossible to catch when you're doing it remotely, or if you're just sending the demo to the person. You need to see, like, look at the face of the person. You need to see it, all the small reactions that they're making when they interact with the product. And that was obviously very crucial.
I don't know if we have. Is it Rodion?
Yeah.
I don't want to mispronounce his name. Oh,
Yes. Yes.
yeah,
Right. Like the main guy from Crime and Punishment.
okay. I've not seen that. I don't know what
It's a
show that
book. It's
is.
a book. No, it's a
Oh,
book. It's a book.
okay.
We are old school boys. We are old school boys with a lot of old school vibes, with a lot of books. Shout out Peter Thiel. Shout out
Oh,
Peter Thiel.
nice. I like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, Peter
Yeah.
Thiel. Very,
So,
very.
and it kind of ties all into this big conversation about the changing meta. You kind of highlighted that meme coins are dying out, and actually a lot of meme coin volume is currently pivoting into uh, prediction markets, into ownership coins, into all different metas, because those metas give you more control over things. Because meme coins are random, but events or ownership or like other metas, they give you the agency. They give you more control over the decisions, because like if you've been in the trenches, it's always random. You have the science, but it's random. But at least with more informationally dense spaces, you have more agency to kind of control the decision and choose the right bets. And that's what the traders are seeing, I guess.
Yeah, we're trying to get Rodian in here.
I think we might have him back. Let's see.
Let's see. Let's figure it out. Rodian.
Can you hear
He's
us,
like,
Rodian? I think he might be
he
lagging
makes the
out here.
same face over and over again, and then it just freezes that face.
Dude, it's like that face is on all the selfies he sent me from Breakpoint. Like just like straight up, like no smile, as if he wants to kill me. It's just, look, I'm with this one, and just like straight face, no smile or anything. I was like,
Oh man, I want to ask him how what he thought of Breakpoint too, and what type of events you went to. But we'll maybe
I think
table that.
he's at the layover, or maybe the internet is not as good because we had the same issues
All
today.
good, all good. So I might just toggle him off until we can get him going here. Chris, I wanted to ask maybe before we get into it, the DCA that you have open, there was a proposal that was pushed to the DAO to basically take, was it $1 million of
$1.5 million?
$1.5 million to place a bid at I believe 25 cents. Is that
23 cents?
23 cents. Is that's in play today? And like, how does that work exactly? Can you just walk us through that to start?
Of course. So the idea is that we knew that we need to raise more to ensure the stability of the coin, because if you're building for long-term success, you need to ensure that the traders that support you early on, they feel comfortable holding the token. So we knew that we need to allocate some money for the buybacks initially to ensure that everyone's happy. So the way it works is that it checks on the 5-minute intervals if the price under the set buyback price. If it is, it issues the orders, but it buys back by it spends $179 to do the buyback, and that ensures that if the price dips below the certain point, there's a big buying pressure to keep the price up, and that ensures that for the new incoming traders or holders, if they believe in the thing that we are doing, if they believe in our mission, it's certainly a no-brainer for them, because they know that the price is not going to dip below because of that buying pressure set up. And at the same time, for our long-term holders, that's also sort of a benefit, because they knew that they know that everything will be stable. So,
and this was what you're buying $180 or $179 at a clip, right? Are you buying it every 5 minutes or? Okay, so as soon as it goes below 23 cents, that kicks in. And before I talk about the proposal itself, because this is one of the first that you've had go forward with your project, the use of funds, I believe you mentioned, is for future OTC deals. It's kind of the thinking here is that we soak up a bunch of our token now, and then in the future, as the project develops, prices are higher, better market, etc., you'll be able to OTC those at a higher price. Is that, am I understanding that correctly, or is that wrong?
I think you put it very well, because if you think about, LOL will be the unicorn eventually. This, for me, this is an obvious statement. It's a matter of time, and it's also obvious that we will be doing future raises in the future, because we need to outcompete with Web2, with other Web3 companies. If we want to do future raises, we have two options. Either we mint more tokens and sell them OTC to investors, or we use tokens in our treasury and sell them OTC. So this buyback is not only guaranteeing the price stability for our investors, but it also gives us our treasury those tokens that we can use in OTC deals down the line. And it's sort of a win-win, because people who don't believe in our project, they can exit. We are giving them the direct exit. It's like, if you don't do that, if you don't believe in us, here's an option for you to kind of exit the project before, like, at the time when you want to exit the project. And for us, it gives us tokens that we can sell to VCs or anyone else OTC down the line, and it's sort of a no-brainer.
What percentage of your treasury was 1.5 million?
So we raised 2.5 in total. So 1.5 out of 2.5.
Yeah, it's more than half. And
but we don't expect the entire sum to be spent,
right?
Because we allocated for 30 days, so we can potentially do either do it indefinitely or do for another 30 days. We're currently discussing it with our holders, and we can always then raise a proposal to pull the funds back. So it's not an issue as well. And ideally, that's exactly the situation why we raised the money like so much, because we wanted to have that option.
Got it. Maybe the last question on this line of questioning, because I think this is what people want to know, and especially if they don't know that this is a new like it's kind of a floor here put in. Is how much have you already spent of the 1.5 million? That was my question. Sorry, it took a while.
I think 100K.
Oh wow, 100K already. Okay, so not you still have a lot of powder, dry powder here.
Yeah, exactly, and we have other options as well. So that's the magic of ownership coins. They give me so much anxiety because you have a lot of holders and they're all asking questions and you feel the pressure to deliver on them. But also they give you so many surprisingly good instruments to ensure the stability, long-term stability and success of the project. And this is the magic of MetaDAO, of what Profit and Colin are building. And I don't think that something like this is possible on any other platform. And all the current success and future success we owe to those guys. Without them, without this setup, without that vision, this wouldn't be possible.
Got it. Chill, I don't know if you had a thought or question.
He kind of actually answered a lot of my questions, but I guess one that I had was, I mean, first, I kind of wanted to get to this question when we first started, just kind of like summarizing Loyal for some of our newer viewers. I think before when you kind of first came on.
I'll do a shout out to one of our holders because he came up with this description where, Chainlink, like a lot of oracles. Right? So we're building Chainlink, but for private AI. That's the best one-line description that we can give to Web3 users.
What was your holder? Do you know his handle?
I actually don't know his handle. We have a Telegram group chat with like our whales and holders and we're brainstorming ideas. And it's sort of like, it's one of the other things that is so wonderful about this experience, because you have people who put the money in you and they're always there. They have their own network of contacts. They can introduce you to new people, but also they can say like, yo, maybe you can try this positioning, or hey, how about you look at that point and maybe you try to adapt that point to you. And that was so good. Like, actually, it is such a good experience to have a community of people who are sincerely rooting for you.
Yeah, 100%. And the other thing is like, I feel like projects kind of need that one-liner that can really deliver everything that you're building in in a very simple way, something really quick. And oftentimes that comes from the community. That comes from that network of people that are just really passionate about what you're building. So I guess with that in mind, like, what are you most excited about? Like what's to come next? Like, Met-Dabi, breakpoints behind us. What's coming in 2026?
It's not even in 2026. We are shipping a couple of more features in 2025. The most important thing for us is product velocity. So right now, in crypto, like you can't escape three things: taxes, death, and Telegram messages. That's a big pain point. Like, I know you guys, like I know everyone in crypto wakes up to thousands of unread messages on Telegram. The deals are lost, the DMs are not answered, you're missing everything, and then you come back as like, oh, I forgot to reply to that important deal. Like, that's why I didn't get that guest in my podcast, because like it got lost in my DMs. So the first thing that is very important for us, and I think it's aimed at founders, potentially guys like you as well. Founders of the podcast, so founders as well, is the categorization of your Telegram messages. So put spam in the spam folder, put important into the important folder, put just like personal conversations in like personal conversation folder. Just categorize the incoming messages to help you deal with the volume, allow you to respond in fast and efficient way, potentially using voice, prioritize mobile first approach, because a lot of people, especially at the break, like if you've been at the break point, you know that you're hopping from one event to another event. You still need to respond to DMs. You're always on the run. So we prioritize mobile first experience to help you stay on top of the volume of those messages. And that is a strategic decision, because if you ask yourself, who is using Telegram the most in crypto? These are marketing people, these are founders, these are biz dev people, dev relationships people. And the most heartbreaking thing in crypto is like no one is building products for them. Everyone is building products for traders. Everyone is building products for big funds, but no one is building products for those groups of people. But they are the blood and cells of crypto. They are who move the charts. They are who make the connections. They are the people who are going to all of those events. They are who make things happen. If, and it's not if for us, when we deliver 10x product for them that covers their needs in terms of Telegram volume messages, in terms of their day-to-day stuff, automates that, because their job is, and founder's job is not replying to DMs on Telegram. Their job is doing their things, making the connections. And if we simplify that, every in-person event becomes our sales event, because the first point of contact, if you think about in crypto, is Telegram. You reach out to someone in DMs on Twitter, they give you that Telegram. You meet someone on the conference, you get that Telegram. If we sit at the discovery point of the first point of contact on Telegram, it means that we have natural viral discoverability, because just like if you text a guy and then there's auto, for example, captcha or anything like powered by Loyal, it means that the moment someone texts you, they discover Loyal. And that allows us to really penetrate deep in the market without significant marketing spend, if you think about it. And then we can use that to upsell.
Are we able to demo this by chance? Like, is there are you able to like
later this week, because our Telegram transactions, we shipped it last week, where you can use literally Telegram handle to send money to anyone without knowing their wallet, and you just like open the app. It's all on chain. You can send money to Telegram even if you don't have Telegram. It's like one of the nerdiest and awesome things that we built, and very happy
I really want to experience this, because I think it's really interesting. When you were on the first time, you were talking about private AI, and so I'm just trying to like circle these two product categories. So one has Telegram, the other is private AI. Were these separate things that you were building at the time? I know you talked about it on the first show, but just walk us through how those two things are.
I can explain the private AI. So here's the conversation. Like, Alliance DAO, like arguably a YC of crypto, is like they're the biggest accelerator in crypto. We talked to them half a year ago, and their head of IT said something that stuck with me. All of their groups, all of their ventures, they're all on Telegram. They have like batches, like every half a year they launch a batch of their startups. They're all on Telegram. They had 16 batches, 20 startups in each. That's a lot of groups, a lot of messages every day. And they want to automate that, but they cannot, because they have groups with pump fund, for example, groups with big enterprises with a lot of private information. So if we're shipping something for Telegram, we must ensure that it's secure. Otherwise, it will not pass the benchmarks. Otherwise, there is nothing to separate us from like a CRM. We need to ensure that, for example, your keys are not leaked. Your private conversations, I don't know, with your mom are not leaked. Your private chats where you discuss OTC deals, potential OTC deals with investors before they're ready, they're not leaked. And if that goes into OpenAI, into Anthropic, into Google, you don't really know what they're going to do with that data, and if anything is going to happen, because that data, the risk there is that it's discoverable in court. And if something happens, how ready are you to for the court to read out your logs and chats like out loud
Yeah,
and all
please
that.
not.
Exactly.
So
I
you're
sent a lot of
starting with like Telegram is the initial like
Mm.
interaction
Yes.
surface. People
Yeah.
get to that. That's a sticky experience.
Exactly.
Then the kind of like private AI part of it is kind of
But
like the next layer
private
deep.
private AI is kind of powering this, because
Okay.
if we want to summarize, categorize, we need large language models for that. We need to analyze the message, and we need to also
Right.
give user guarantees that your data, your messages are not going anywhere. You
Right.
see?
So
Okay,
really,
so the private
this is
AI is
built on top of
powering.
the AI.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So
Okay.
it's sort of think about. Are you familiar with squads, the multisig? I love squads.
Not
It's like
squads. No.
Squads is the biggest multisig on Solana. They have they built a fantastic multisig primitive for Solana, and they use that multisig primitive to power their Grid API that powers a lot of neobanks right now, and Altitude, their B2B enterprise bank, and they use their primitive that they built. We approach it the same way. We built this verifiable primitive, and we're using that to power the infrastructure and power B2C application, because crypto is changing. And right now, just building infra is not cutting it. We don't want to be another Avalanche that raised a lot and has no users. I don't want to be another story protocol with 130 mil investments and 2 people using that. So we need to build the infra for ourselves that we can use first. But we need to target B2C explosion. We need to target people who are going to use our app daily. And once we use that daily, once we own the distribution, we can offer the distribution either to other developers or to our other apps. And that's how you build an ecosystem. You can't start with building complete infrastructure and then hoping that people will come. People will not come. The industry has changed. So you need to build apps that will attract people. That's sort of the thesis of Polymarket in a lot of ways, and see how that B2C, because Polymarket is basically a B2C app, and how that attracted on-chain activity. That was the sort of the thesis with Pump Fun and like all the meme coins. They attracted, it's B2C that attracted a lot of attention to Solana. But it wouldn't be possible unless there was already the infrastructure for Solana that was ready to support that. And this is a very similar logic here.
And so not only can I send money over Telegram with Loyal, but will Loyal also have like some sort of context into my Telegram chats? That's what you were speaking about with
exactly.
Align style. Okay.
Yes. So
okay, I'm starting to get it. All right. I'm starting to get it,
and,
Chris.
And also in terms of like why we build Telegram transactions, because think about this: you have community, and you want to incentivize community to like bring fruitful conversations in your like community chats, and you can use private AI to automatically rate, for example, every week the top 10 contributors and send them like $10. And
dude,
if you had to, right, if you had to rate manually all people and ask them for their wallets, that's insane. That's so much work. Like,
that's so bad. Yeah,
exactly.
I love this.
So,
okay, this is really starting to click for me.
Yes,
I love this, Chris. Okay,
no, and because it's like on chain and all that, that gives us so much opportunity to build agentic workflows, but also like AI powered workflows with money and around money, and it's insane. And another beautiful use case, for example, is just like paying salaries, like paying out. You have obviously you have employees with high salaries, but you have people just like chilling on Twitter, and you pay them like, for example, $100 a month or $100 every 2 months, and you don't want to bother figuring out their wallets, because the magic of using Telegram, your Telegram handle for payments, is that you put the pressure from yourself of figuring out, oh, that's their wallet, that's the chain that you're using, onto them, because you send them the money and then they can figure out what they want to do with that money. It's like it's on them, and it frees up so much of your time, and it takes up so much of the pressure.
I do a lot of our business through Telegram, and I'm paying people and whatnot. There's no intelligence there. So does Telegram just kind of let you log in with Telegram and use all the how does it work?
You don't even have to log in. So essentially on Telegram, there's a mini app, right?
Yeah.
So mini app component, it works that Telegram takes your public information, your handle, your photo, your first name, your last name, like your profile picture, your first name, last name, and it signs that data with its private key and sends it to the mini app component. We take that and we just verify that on chain. And if the verification passes, it means that you are who you claim you are, and you're able to claim the funds. It's that easy. You don't need to log in. You don't need anything. You just open it and you get it. And the magic.
So it's like magic, because
Wow.
that will feel
no,
like
legit.
magic.
No, legit. It's like, and the best thing is that for that to work, to send the money, you don't even need Telegram. You don't need Telegram because it's all on chain. You need Telegram only to claim money. That's it.
Wow. That's interesting.
So yeah, no, it's like we are deep AI and Telegram nerds. I've been working in this space since 2015, 16. My first public GitHub repository was a Telegram bot. I started on Telegram, like we know ins and outs of the system, and Telegram is the stuff that we all use every single day, because Telegram, and forgive me, Pavel Durov, was made for drugs and for crypto. So every single one of us uses that, and everyone suffers through that. And we just ask the question, like, why do we have to suffer? We just can make things easier for everyone. And if the product is good enough, because if the product is good enough, we can do anything we want to later. Like imagine let's take a step back even and look 6 months in the future or a year in the future, just to give the perspective. Imagine if we are in the pockets of every single BD marketing dev person. We are at the point of discovery. We can do anything we want to. If we want to offer them personalized yield and tell them, okay, hey, you're already making payments. You already trust us with your private data. Do you want us to help you with personalized yield? One opportunity. Do you want us to help with your company treasury? Another opportunity. And because it's all on chain, it's all kind of compatible with other Solana primitives. So if we want to offer that, it's super easy to do that.
And will like a loyal bot kind of filter that opportunity in the chat feed? Like, what will the actual experience be? Or do I go to a UI like this and it says
no, actually UI, yes, complete UI. Like even the Telegram transfer, it's all on UI. I can show you. Give me a second.
Yeah, please. We
love
this
the
is
demos.
Wild.
This is clicking.
Yeah, it's
no, go
click.
ahead.
I had a hard time the first time, and I was really trying, like genuinely trying to figure out the different components here, but this is starting to make sense. And since then we've seen like Game and shout out also Decentralize or Die really cover what you're doing. And you guys are having some success, so please
let me do this.
And
give me a sec.
I'll take this
so
off.
I'll show you let's do the app experience for transactions first. Okay. So
all right. Oh, this is vertical. Let me see if I can. Okay, I'm gonna try and optimize.
Yeah, like because we're doing the mobile first. So let's do I'll just send it to my alt account myself. It's all on mainnet as well. Do I have enough money? Yes, I do. So literally send, and it immediately checks that I received, because I sent to myself. That's easy. It's like if I sent using your Telegram handle, you just open, we sponsor the transaction, so you don't even need Solana to claim the transaction. You just open, if they're getting claimed, you get the money. It's literally takes 5 seconds, like that. And right now,
this is a Telegram app within Telegram itself. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, literally, if I close, here's a list of chats from my test account. So yeah.
And so I guess a question I had was, how do you, are you guys charging a transaction fee? Is there a fee that's taken?
For this, no, it's completely free. The only thing that we don't want to charge for that, because this is the foundational block for the future. Because for the future, for the, for example, branded agents, where they're going to control your group chat, to respond to messages about your project, to help rate the impact of each member, and help you incentivize them through rewards. That we can charge a basic SaaS fee. But these building blocks, they must be free, because chasing short-term revenue will hurt us in the long run. We want everyone to use this. We want everyone to have as little friction as possible to see the adoption of this, because if we have as many users as possible, we can always figure out what to do with those users, because that will naturally create more opportunities down the line.
Got it. Actually, that's a really smart idea. You're meeting users where they are.
Yeah, exactly. Because like all of you, like we all use Telegram. We all use Telegram, and it sucks. It sucks so much. Another thing that we obviously will be targeting is mobile users through Solana Seeker, because Solana Seeker ecosystem has, I think, 100K phones right now, 100K users, and it's a massive distribution. Yeah, like here are the screenshots. We have a lot of videos. It's super easy, and I think Rodion onboarded like 100 people just on the conference alone, just like took their Telegram handle, send them money, and yeah, that's the notification you get when you send the money, and it's super easy.
Yeah, a lot of things that you had there, but this is just so everyone knows, this is the Ask Oil TG bot. Now, will this tie back into like some sort of web app? Because obviously you have your website there. There's a ChatGPT style like text box. How do the two connect? What can I do on the web app versus on Telegram? That's
so different? We when we're going into message categorization of the messages, responses, we obviously want to ship both desktop and mobile experience. So we start with mobile because most of the people who are using Telegram, they're using mobile. But then like the next step, obviously adding that into the desktop. So you will be able to send money through desktop as well.
Got it.
And here, like you can see the screenshots of the interface for the categorization and summaries.
Yeah, these are, so this right here, chat highlights.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe just walk us through these groups direct.
Oh yeah, I can share the screen again, and I can walk you through the. Okay, so the idea here, sure. So
the more demos, the better, Chris. So
yeah, of course.
Demo away.
Yeah. So the idea here is that we have on Telegram, we have two types of interactions. We have group chats and we have incoming messages, and we want to treat them differently. So for example, for group chats, we want to highlight the conversations. I'll give you an example. MetaDAO group chat. They have around 3,000 people, 600 messages every day. And I know that Profit is active there, Colin is active there, and they're giving alpha and insights that are inaccessible to public on Twitter alone. They're responding to messages, criticism, and suggestions. And having the summary of those conversations readily accessible is something that we want to bring to the public. Another thing, obviously, the messages. So being able to quickly read the messages,
That's nice.
Right, and like reply and just go to the chat. That's just something that we want to do. And right now we're looking to categorize the messages. We're shipping it to public access literally this week. So we'll have you try this out. Like we have a group chat. We'll send access to you, and you can play around with it, because I'm so tired of the spam. I'm so tired of the people taking up so much of my time, because I want to go full autism mode and just code. But like we get so many messages every day, and I have to respond to some of them, and they just devouring my time.
I hear you. Sorry, Chill,
that's a big. No, I was gonna say that's a pretty big problem. I mean, like, if you're on Telegram for any amount of time, you know what we're talking about. There's just so much noise.
But Chill, isn't it weird? Like everyone, like think about everyone is complaining about that, and for some reason, no one has addressed that. You come to any founder, anyone on crypto, and ask them, show me your Telegram. It's going to be a mess. It's going to be a mess. I have, no kidding. I was looking at this space since January. I have a folder with 133 screenshots of different people, from like CEOs to just regular marketing people in agencies, complaining about the same thing. And it's such a no-brainer solution. Just do it well enough. You don't have to think about even short-term monetization. Do it well enough, the opportunities will flourish, because this will give you the reach that you need. And when you have the reach, when you own the distribution, you can do whatever the hell you want. Look at Coinbase. They have the distribution. If they want to do launchpads, they can. If they want to bring something new, they can, just because they own the distribution, they own the users. Take Pump Fund, they own the users. They started live streaming. I'm not sure how well that is going for them, but they started live streaming. But they can do things, and that's the magic of owning that users. Because even 5,000 users in crypto, that's a lot of users. That is a lot of users. And if we become the go-to solution and everyone is using us, and we are the only solution that can do this, it's such a no-brainer that we're going to go up in value, at least to me. And that is why it's like, that's what I tell, for example, my community is like, we don't care about short-term volatility of the token, of the market, because metas change, but Telegram sucks. No matter the meta, it sucked 5 years ago. It's like 3 years ago. It still does. No one does anything about it. We solve this. We solve distribution, and we're going to win.
Can I summarize some of the products here? So sending money with Telegram handles, that's pretty straightforward. You would tell the AI, hey, I want to send all my clippers $100 or whatever.
Yeah.
And it sends them all $100. Do I fund a loyal wallet for that to happen?
From the desktop, you can do it from any of your wallets, because it's just an on-chain transaction. So you don't even need to fund the loyal wallet. And to receive, we are sponsoring the claim transaction, so you don't need money to receive either. Because my dream was to be able to say, AI, send $100 to my mom. Like that was my dream. That is the vision that we were coming into this with that. And yeah, now it's possible.
Okay. And so there's the money sending. Then what you have is some sort of chat summary too, which summarizes the contents happening in group chat so that people don't miss anything. They don't have to scroll endlessly. Can you click into one of these?
Like here. It's like summary. You can choose, for example, some developers.
Yeah.
And it's shows you the number of messages summarized and so on. It's something that we are passionate about, because there are some high value group chats that you want to be aware of, but you just don't have the time to scroll through 1,000 or 600 messages. It's insane.
Yeah.
And with personal, we wanted to separate sort of spam and non-spam, first of all, but then we can hook up, the vision for Q1 is to hook up automated AI workflows. So for example, if you need to book Calendly with that guy, just set up the flow that this chat needs to finish the booking of the call, and that's it. It's the idea is to make your work meaningful, because your work is not booking the calls. Your work is not responding to messages. In your case, your work is making a badass podcast, a badass show, right? So we want to help you, empower you to do your best work instead of losing yourself in the minutiae of things.
Yeah.
So
that's interesting. That's interesting that you're trying to connect it with with workflows. So is that how is that going to work exactly? Is that an agent? Is that the LLM or?
Yeah, it's all powered by our private AI infrastructure. So the idea is that private AI is useless unless you can build on top of it. So we built the private AI infrastructure so we can build on top of that and open new areas, new use cases. And Telegram is the example of that use case, but also dealing with your private information, medical information, automating your financial workflows, automating your emails, for example, all that. It requires privacy first and foremost. So yeah, it's all powered by LLMs.
Nice. Wow.
I'll give you another example. I'll give you another example. And that's something that we discussed with Stepan from Squads. Very simple example. but it's crazy that it's impossible right now. So businesses need to pay invoices, right? Like invoice comes in, ideally you want to pay it. And it's very obvious that in the 5 years, all the businesses are going to be on chain, like banking on chain through neobanks. And you want to have an agent that is able to scan an email, detect that it's an invoice, verify that it's a valid invoice and you need to pay that, and just pay it. It's impossible right now because A, no one is working at this intersection of agentic finance, and B, no one is able to trust big providers with their data because you don't know what they're doing with the data, and you are hesitant about letting Sam Altman peek through your emails.
Yeah.
You know, so and it's like just like extracting an invoice, paying through the to the issue of that invoice. It's such a obvious and easy use case, but no one has built it because I don't know why. Because like people just
Yeah, well, I think it's a hard problem to solve. Like you have to have access to the information, contacts, everything. You know, you can't. The big thing with ChatGPT is that you have to put the information in it, right? Whereas this is just kind of like
yes,
not. I don't want to say reading, but it's tied
But-
into the context of your day-to-day work.
exactly. So it's like we use LLMs to power this all, but we want it to be usable to you. We want to take the volume of information and really simplify it. So it takes you 5 seconds to figure out what's going on, to figure out what you need to do and how you need to do it. So the idea is not to produce LLM slop with paragraphs and paragraphs, but really give you the key things that you need to be aware of.
So is what's live right now? So we know that the send
This
the
is live right
sending
now.
this is
live right
live.
now.
Sending
Yeah,
over
it's
TG is live.
And it's also not only live, it's on mainnet. So like the transaction I showed you is like literally on mainnet. You can send real money. No problem.
So what kind of traction from a user side are you seeing so far? I know it's pretty new, pretty early.
We demoed it on, I think we demoed it on Breakpoint and we had like 100 users try it. So we're going to keep building through that and scaling on and on. But it's like, this is very fresh. This is literally a week old or something. But as we build on and on, we'll obviously see more and more traction.
You have
That's
this
awesome.
Sector 0 cohort 1 is open. Can you just describe what this is?
Yeah, it's sort of like an ambassador program because we want to incentivize our early adopters and early ambassadors who are going out there and creating threads, responding in the group chats, the people who want to test our product out early. These are sort of early believers, you know, so we want to kind of build and incentivize that type of community.
Got it. And are you using the loyal tech to like pay people and stuff, whatnot for this?
Yes, actually, yes. We'll be using Loyal for payments, and yeah, I think that because I have 4 co-founders, we can do a lot of cool things, and I can focus on building out tech. And Rodion, who is not here, unfortunately, he can focus on the marketing and really on the community.
Just these rewards that reflect your output. Can you just walk us through these rewards here? Lead operators, what is this 4.5 to 5.0 average?
We give the rating to the people.
Yeah.
So basically, the better a person performs, the more they can earn. So it kind of goes through. You can see it like we have the picture. Yes. So essentially, it's very easy. It's like if you believe in our mission, if you do threads with great engagement, if you're active in our group chat, it's a way for you. It's a way for us to incentivize you. Like we want you to be part of our mission. I think it's only fair. We are DAO first and foremost. We are like Meta DAO project first and foremost. And the thing that we're building is not for us, it's for everyone. And we want to kind of show that if you believe in us, we believe in you, and we can build together.
And so to this logic here, this grade, are you doing that manually, or is this like within Loyal, you can say, hey, create a grading system based on these
So
criteria, and it
right
automatically does that?
right now we have artificial Rodion
Okay.
doing that, but will be shipping the automatic grading Q1 2026. That's one of the big things, because the thing that we're building here, the reason why we're doing it mainly because we want to have a better understanding of ins and outs of the ecosystem, the issues that we might be facing. And once we figure all the details out, we can scale it to automatic and offer other projects to use the same system and automatically distribute the rewards to the to the people. See, we're almost there. Telegram chat summaries next.
So Q4, you got transactions over
Yes.
Telegram, chat summaries,
Yes.
rudimentary workflow, and branded
Branded
community
community agents.
What's branded
Yes,
community agents?
So the idea is like, as I said, that you want to have sort of a bot in your group chat that will filter out the spam, answer questions about your project, figure out who is bringing the most value, and reward them. So one of the ways to distribute Loyal is to go through metadata projects. They're all also on Telegram. They're all our brothers in arms, brothers in tokens, in ownership tokens.
Ownership brothers.
Exactly. And coming to them and saying like, yo, can you just try it out, add our bot and figure out if it's working for you. It's such a no-brainer. All of them raised more than $1 million during their ICO. All of them have different sets of users who are using them, and that gives us even more distribution. If that works out for them, we can scale it to the entire crypto.
That's awesome.
Right? Because like for some reason, no one is thinking about Telegram and how to really navigate and use it, but we are all there, and it's such an untapped field of opportunities. And it's like Texas. You hit the ground and you get oil. Same with Telegram, honestly.
I hope so for you guys, because that would be awesome to see this get traction. So Q1 2026, you have squads, multi-sig, LP management, knowledge graph, data, fiat, on and off. Run through this. Yeah.
So squads is the biggest multi-sig. I think they have either more than $10 billion under management. They are the guys who are pushing the stablecoin adoption in Solana. And the idea here is that we want big treasuries who are being managed by squads to be able to use Loyal and facilitate payments and all of that, all of the features that we highlighted through that like squads multisig. So allow spending limits, allow adding, for example, our agent as a suggester for transactions. So it can suggest, hey, do you want to do this transaction if you want to, for example, breach the funds, or if you want to rebalance your liquidity position, or if you want to do personalized yield, here's the suggested transaction. So you wouldn't have to do it yourself. You can just vote on that transaction. That simplifies a lot of things. LP management and staking automation. It's sort of one of our passion projects as well, because we love liquidity providing, Meteora, shout out to Meteora, and we want to just make it easy. It's like, if it's out of bounds, we'll let you know, and we let you know like the best next decision. Do you want to rebalance? Do you want to wait until the price recovers to avoid the impermanent loss? Like all the small things to give you the instruments to stop worrying about positions and like the ranges and everything, because it takes up so much of your time. And it's so crazy because there are so many things in crypto that devour your time, and sometimes you feel like you did so much during the day, but then you look back and it's all meaningless work that didn't get you anywhere.
You looked at charts for like 6 hours, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And sometimes like, and with charts, it's like you're looking at charts, but it's like you're not sure what you're seeing, and you're not sure if you need to do anything, and it's just like it gives you anxiety and you don't know what to do. And we just wanted to help you focus on your actual life, actual work. And have something that is loyal to you, that you can trust. That's why loyal. And knowledge graph, it's another thing. If you have access to the data, you can really personalize the agent to you, because Telegram is where you have your personal messages. We can extract the things that you like, that you don't like, your preferences, and that would allow us to really adapt the agent to you and know the things that you like or don't like, your tone of voice, the things you prefer to do in the morning before, like very naturally, without you having to prompt it. Because we know, for example, the time you start your work, because we can track the responses, like when do you usually respond to this. We can figure out when you start your work, the things that you address the first thing in the morning, the things that you like. For example, if you mentioned, oh, I want to have Bugatti, to earn Bugattis, like we can kind of use that as well. Say like, hey, like we saw that you want to have enough money into Bugatti. Do you want to use our LP management or personalized deals, like to kind of help you to get to that goal? It's like unlimited, untapped data mine that we can use. And it is only possible if we can guarantee the privacy of the data, because you need to ensure that it's not going anywhere, because personal messages are personal for a reason, and people are very careful about that. And one of the things that is very important for us to ensure that that trust is valid, that they can trust us with their data.
How do you guys make money?
In the long run, assets under management, that's something that we want to, essentially, I see it this way. We want to provide agentic finance for the enterprise and for B2B, and use the money that we earn there to subsidize the B2C part, because B2C part will get us more enterprise. Because think about this, marketing, DevRel, business development people, these are the people who are bringing deals to their CEOs, to their CTOs, like, hey, how about we partner with that protocol? Hey, how about we try this product? If they're happy with our product, they will bring us to their enterprise. These are sort of the guardians that are going to open the door to the enterprise and big money for us.
Wow. That's actually really smart. Like you're, because it's kind of going back to how your approach with Telegram, right? You tracked a lot of users on Telegram, kind of feed that into the other side of the business. That's awesome.
Exactly. Because everyone is trying to, like, once again, trying to build product for traders, and that space is so crowded, and we are coming out of this left field, like we are basically AI first guys. We're coming from that field and realize that we don't want to compete with product for traders. We want to use something that we are really good at, and we're really, really good at AI stuff, to address a very apparent and very easy for us problem to solve. Because solving the Telegram is a very easy problem for us, at least, because we've been working in the AI field for the last 8 years at least. Like, we know how to do it really, really fucking good, very fucking well. And we solve that, we scale easily, and then we can devour anything that we want, because we have the distribution. Because all the other, like, trading first apps, they need to reach the users, and they need to compete with Pump Fund, they need to compete with Trojan, they need to compete with GM bots. We don't have to. We're bypassing that, and it's kind of like entering through the back door. Even it's like we're bypassing that to give just reliably good solution. You see? And yeah, we also have change logs and all that.
Yeah, this is nice, actually. I like this.
Yeah, it's like actually, shout out to my tech lead. He made that, and it's like it's really cool. And it's the best thing is, like, just automatically uses LLMs. It pulls data from our task management, so it's also all automatic. So we don't have to write it manually.
Yeah. I really want to see this. Like, I actually want to try this. I want to use this, because I think this might be really, really powerful.
You see, it's like, and every time I mention it to someone, like, I get the same response. Like, and when you see that, it's like, you know, you have a product market fit, because every time I showcase Telegram transactions assessment or like summaries, like, I get the same response, and that is how we know that we are moving in the right direction. That is why I'm not worried about the ownership token pullbacks. I'm not worried about the state of on-chain stuff. I know that we're building for the real crowd with the real problem.
Yeah, because like there's just no ChatGPT has no context into my actual business, and the actual business happens in Telegram DMs.
And
so yeah,
like that's why knowledge graphs come into place, because the idea there is that for businesses, just upload your documents. We can scan the documents. We can extract the main parts. We can build the knowledge graph, and we can really figure out how to really automatically tailor the agents towards your business. Because you just upload give access to Google Doc, to Google Drive.
So like I'll give it access to, let's say, all our clippers on an Excel sheet. It'll read who those people are and be able to then interact.
Exactly.
Interesting.
No,
wow, like wild.
But
that's wild.
But you see the magic here. That is why I was talking a lot about privacy, because that is only possible in one case, and one case only. If you trust us, if you trust that we are not going to leak the data anywhere. So privacy comes first. And when you have that stable privacy foundation, so many use cases open up. It's like literally you're walking and you're looking at the ground, and the fruits are on the ground. They're not low-hanging fruits. They're already on the ground. Just like pick them up and you make money. But only if they trust you. Only if they trust you. Trust is the most important thing. That's why, once again, I think that our branding loyal is kind of awesome.
It fits.
Like,
it fits.
Yes. And also one more thing is like something that I nerd out a lot about is it hijacks loyal as the word. Like if you watch any TV show, loyal is a very popular word. And if now I'm watching TV shows and someone says, "Oh, he's not loyal," or "He's loyal," I immediately think about our project. It hijacks the like language attention, and that is also kind of a cool thing, at least to me. Like I nerd out about that a lot.
Chill, do you have any wrapping thoughts or questions?
There was, I think he answered it just a little bit. There was one that I had. It was more so just about where do you see, it was just more so about like future, where do you see kind of loyal getting its foothold in 2026? What makes loyal like blow up and get to the next level?
Yes, so we have a couple of steps. So we have B2B and B2C initiatives. We start with B2C for one reason only, to get the distribution, right? So if we get the distribution, we can upsell the distribution. Yes, Chris, hopefully he's a good guy. So if we get the distribution, we can upsell.
Is Chris a good guy? Requires phantom payment to say.
Oh no, it's like you just need a wallet, because
I know, I'm just
that's how
funny.
we store the data. So,
send Chris $100 and it'll say Chris is a good guy.
But no, so we start with B2C because we need distribution. We need to upsell to enterprise for B2B. But once we own distribution, we can also open that up to third-party developers, because you, as a developer, the only thing you care about is making money. So if we all open up the distribution, it will be like App Store. You can make private apps, and you know that there are users that might use your app. You don't have to worry about payments. We handle that. You don't have to worry about the front end. We can present everything within our front end. All you have to care about is making a better solution, AI solution maybe. So that would allow third-party developers to ship into our ecosystem. So our vision is this big privacy-focused protocol that has the users using that daily and has developers that are shipping third-party apps on top of our protocol.
Got it. It's a pretty massive undertaking what you guys are doing.
But crypto allows us to do that, and that is the only thing, not the only thing, a couple of other things going fast as well, but this would allow us to compete with big hyperscalers. Because if you think about OpenAI, if you think about Anthropic, if you think about Google, they don't have the crypto component. So it becomes nearly impossible for them to let third-party developers to monetize on their platforms. That's why, for example, GPT Store did not work out, and any third-party solution did not work out, because it's impossible for developers to monetize that. Like, they can't earn money. We can allow you to earn money, because through our protocol, we take a cut of the, for example, inference, and you get the rest. Like, we don't care. Like, just earn money. Just build a better product, and you will earn money. That's it.
Got it. Well, we're coming up on the hour mark here. We definitely want to respect your time. But I mean, it's been, you guys are building an incredible product. And I know you guys know that. That's why you're not really concerned with this, with the price action, with Bitcoin or whatever. You guys are staying focused. You're staying locked in on the product. And, you know, I can't wait to see what you guys build out in 2026.
We'll get, not even 2025. We'll give you access. You can play around with it. Like, I know that it will be an awesome experience, and the goal is to make our lives easier, because like, we are the first adopters, and your life easier, and life of thousands of professionals, like knowledge workers working in crypto, easier. So yeah.
Absolutely. Can't wait to see what you guys do throughout the rest of this year.
It was clicking.
And
It was
into
clicking
26.
all session. So sorry, Charles, kind of speaking over you there.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. Then I'm gonna leave you, and hopefully you have a great stream. I love you guys. Might hope on the stream maybe next year, and we'll talk. And hopefully by then you will have already used the product, so we can talk about all that stuff.
Love 100%. Sounds good, man. Appreciate you.